Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining us. First thing I will show you is a little bit of formality, which we don't do in class, but I'm doing it here because it just sort of looks nice. The bit of formality is you stand with your feet together, you make a fist with your right hand, you put the left hand on top, and everybody says sort of, hello, thank you, how are you, etc., etc. to everybody. Health and safety. Yes, very good. Health and safety. Anything that you can't do, don't do. So when I ask you to do a double back somersault into the splits, you just do a single back somersault into the splits because, no, seriously, anything you can't do, don't do. If perchance, if maybe while you're practicing, anything hurts, or oh, that's really uncomfortable. Robert wants me to do that, but my shoulder doesn't want to do it. Then you just don't do it, all right? No point coming to a Tai Chi session and hurting yourself. That goes completely against everything that Tai Chi stands for. I have a terrible sense of humor. The few people that I can see here that are students of mine already know I have a terrible sense of humor. So the rest of you will find out as the session progresses. To start with, we're going to do what are called loosening exercises. You'll sometimes hear me refer to it as a warm-up, but it's not a warm-up like if you went to an aerobics class where you're trying to get all hot and sweaty. Loosening exercises or a warm-up is to get the body relaxed, to get the joints moving, to get the muscles moving. So we start with our feet about hip width apart. You just let your legs relax. And if you let them relax, the knees will bend a little bit. And that's kind of the default position for your legs. Hi, Cherry. So relaxed, legs slightly bent. Turn the waist and relax the shoulders and relax the arms. And if you turn the waist and your shoulders are relaxed, your arms will float gently around the body, nice and gentle. Those of you I can see look great. Those of you I can't see, I'll use my psychic powers. And yes, you look fantastic. I don't know why Lynn Knight hasn't put her camera on. She's a student of mine. Oh, Anne. Fuzzy Anne. You've got blur on, Anne, and it's making you... That'll be your new poker playing name, Anne. You're now known as Fuzzy Anne to the rest of the world. Now, bring the feet in slightly, bend and straighten the legs, relax the shoulders, and the arms will tend to float forwards and backwards. Nice and gently. And then we put this and the previous exercise together. And the way you do it is you bend one leg and you straighten that leg. And as you straighten the leg that was bent, you bend the other leg. And then the leg that is now bent, you straighten as you bend the... It's very confusing. But while you're doing all that with your legs, and I hope you've only got two legs, because if you're a caterpillar, this exercise can take weeks, you turn your waist. And if you're bending and straightening the leg and you're turning the waist, your arms will just naturally float in a sort of a, what's this, diagonal. That's the word I wanted to use, a diagonal sort of way. But it's very important to don't try and move the arms. You're not trying to move the arms. You're letting your legs and your waist do the work for you. Lovely. Relax. Take the feet a little bit further apart, maybe about shoulder width apart. circle your hips. Now, when I say circle your hips, it's important that it is a circle. So your bum has to go back, your belly has to go out as well as going side to side. A lot of people do a kind of an oval shape. We don't want that. We want a nice, comfortable, big circle. Keep the legs relaxed so there's a little bend in the knees. It makes it much better. That looks good. Those of you I can see. And then we go the other direction. Because otherwise your legs fall off because you've undone all the bolts that are holding them in. No, hopefully that's not strictly true. Actually, hopefully it's not true at all. God, could you imagine you do a few circles and suddenly your leg falls off? Wouldn't you be surprised? Okay, feet a little bit wider. Gently, slowly tilt from side to side. You're not trying to stretch. I do a session on stretching and flexibility on a Thursday night if anybody's interested in it. All you're doing here is taking the body through its natural range of motion. So nice and gently. And for people that have joined late, I say late, not that late, but for people that have joined and didn't hear me say so before, the health and safety briefing is don't do what you can't do, and should perchance anything feel painful or uncomfortable, stop. Okay, straighten up. We're going to do the same thing gently, forwards and backwards. Nice and gently, forwards and backwards. I personally believe this exercise shows how old you are, because old people can generally touch the floor, at least get close to it. A lot of youngsters, I know a couple of children who are students of mine, and somebody who's here knows who I'm talking about. I know a couple of youngsters who absolutely find it difficult to touch the floor. And that's quite common with people like below the age of 30. Relax, bring the feet in closer. All you're going to do is you're going to lift the toe on one leg and then lift the heel. So you keep your weight on one leg and that leg is slightly bent. And the other leg, the foot, you're just lifting the toe and then lifting the heel. Toe and heel and then heel and toe. Nice and simple. And then the other foot. Raise the heel, then raise the toe. The foot that's supporting you, the foot that's not being raised up and down, try and have the knee slightly bent. And then go back to the other leg and circle the knee. And the other direction. And the other leg, circle the knee. And the other direction. Couldn't be simpler, could it? Lovely. I'm just going to come into camera for this next one. I want you to have your arms, elbows tucked in, forearms straight, and the forearms don't move, but you circle the hands. That looks good. Try not to move the forearms. That looks good. Other direction. Then the arms go out, small circles, palms facing the ceiling. And every time I teach this exercise to new people, I always say, tell the same story, which is most of the exercises that I teach, change direction. Most of the exercises I teach, I know why we do them. And a couple of months ago, somebody said, why are the palms facing the ceiling? And I had to be completely honest and say, because that's how I was taught to do it. I have no idea why the palms are facing the ceiling, but that's how we always do it. Big, slow, nice circles with your arms. and then change direction. Cherry, just to mention, you're completely off camera. If you can move a little bit to your right, lovely. Oh, too far. Now, just for fun, if you can, one arm forwards, one arm backwards. And then the other arm forwards and the other arm backwards. And relax. Something for some of you to practice, because some of you were swimming. That's both arms going forwards, or swimming backwards, that's both arms going backwards. The trick is to get them going in opposite directions. There are a number of moves in Tai Chi that are similar to the idea of rubbing your belly and patting your head. In other words, hands have to do things that are different. So simple exercises, if you're not used to them, can be confusing, but they benefit you. Trust me on that. Okay, so we're going to do one more loosening exercise, and then we will start doing the slow power form. We're going to take our head up to one corner, down, up to the other corner. Nice and gently, nice and slowly. So it's the most gentle of neck stretch. It is a neck stretch, but it's a very gentle one. And relax. Lovely. Okay, so the slow power form. I teach a number of different forms, some short, some longer. The slow power form is the second form that I normally teach my students, although often we will do multiple forms in the same session just to mix things up and have a bit of fun and make the lesson enjoyable. Forms vary in length. I think the Chinese actually now have it like a semi-official, maybe official 4-move form, which is very short, and forms go up to and above 108 moves. 108 move Yang style form can take a couple of years to learn. I learned, it was the first form I ever learned, but I don't teach it anymore. I don't practice it anymore. The huge advantage with short forms, and you will see with the one we're going to do tonight, is that you don't need a lot of space to practice it in. The two longer forms that I teach, which are called the 24-move form and the 4 winds form. The 24-move form takes up most of this room, and this room is 5 meters long. The 4 winds form I cannot actually do in this space without fiddling around with it and compromising it and repositioning myself. So some forms take up a huge amount of space. The form we're going to do, which I know some of you know, because I know some of you were here last week, and I know some of you are students of mine, actually only takes up kind of that much, and that much, and that much, and that much. So a reasonably small amount of space. So we're hopefully wherever you are, wherever you live, whether you're at home or out in a park or in the office, you can practice the slow power form. We start, sorry, I'm just trying to center myself so that when I step out, right, okay, if I start here, when I set, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm in the center as far as the camera is concerned. We start with our feet together. Now, you'd think that was easy. You start with your feet together. If you look at my feet, I don't know if you can see them, it depends how big your screen is, you'll see my feet aren't actually together. They're slightly apart. When I say, and this is really important, I know it seems trivial, but it is really important. When I say feet together, you want your feet as close together as is comfortable. So if your knees or your ankle bones touch, then it's not comfortable. So you want them just a tiny bit apart. Does that make sense? Because then you're comfortable. And if you're comfortable, you can be relaxed. And if you're relaxed, that is probably the most important prerequisite to good Tai Chi. So we get the feet in the right position. We then relax the ankles. We relax the knees. You relax the hips. It doesn't have to be as sexy as that. Sorry, that's my terrible sense of humor showing itself. I don't think I was sexy at all there. You relax the shoulders, the elbows, you relax. Just give me a quick show of hands. Most of you, I think, will know this. Who knows what blancmange is? Yeah, blancmange, the dessert. Imagine you are a blancmange and you are just sort of sinking down gently into the plate that you are on. You're not wobbly like jelly, you're kind of quite a solid blancmange, but a blancmange is inherently relaxed. There's no tension in a blancmange, so be like a blancmange. Now, bend the right leg, lift the left heel, step the left foot out to about hip width. Let the arms float up to shoulder height. And then you pull them in just a centimetre or two. And then you bend you relax your legs. You let the knees bend. You sit down and backwards slightly as the hands come down to waist height. You then shift your weight into the right leg. And your right hand comes on top of your left hand as if you are holding a football. You step the left foot forward, you push down with the right hand, and the left hand slices up as if you were throwing a frisbee until it comes in front of your left shoulder. Draw back, bring the left foot back, turn the left hand over, bring the right hand underneath. Step the right foot forward, push down with the left hand, slice upwards with the right hand. That's good. Most of you, not everybody, but most of you, you'll be pleased to know what your right hand is. I'm not going to pick on anybody, Sally. I'm not going to mention the fact that that's your left hand that's up in the air, right? But it is. There we go. That's the one. Super duper. There may be others because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who I can't see. So they might be doing anything. Might be having a cup of tea or a pint of whiskey. We're going to step back with the right leg, a full step back. Our hands cross in front of our body, left hand over right. And then the right hand, I'm just going to come into camera so you can see. My right hand is up in the air, hailing a taxi. The left hand is patting a big dog. And my left foot draws in a little. So the left foot is on the ball of the foot. And all my weight is on the right leg. Okay, let's go back to the beginning and start again, and then we'll get to there and then we'll go a bit further. So start with your feet comfortably together. Sorry, I'm just moving, so I'll be centered when I move. Hands down by your sides. Bend the right leg, lift the left heel, step the left foot out. Arms float up to shoulder height. Come in a little bit. You sit down and backwards as the hands come to waist height. The left hand goes under the right hand. You're holding a ball on the right hand side. Step the left foot forward, push down with the right hand, slice up with the left. Draw back, bring the foot back. Hold the ball on the left hand on top. Step the right foot. Good correction there, Brigitte. Push down with the left hand, right hand slices up. Step back with the right leg, a big step back, hands cross in front of you. Right hand hails a taxi cab, left hand pats a really big dog. Circle the arms inwards, and we're going to step to the left front corner. The left hand protects our head, the right hand pushes. So left hand up above your head, right hand pushing. Good. Step the right foot to the left and hold the ball in front of the body. Step to your right front corner. The right hand goes above your head. The left hand pushes. Just so everybody can see. Sit down. There's the hand position. I hope you can all see that. And relax. Let's go back to the beginning and we'll go through to there again. step out, opening move, up, down, hold the ball on the right, step the left foot forward. This is called part wild horse's mane. Hold the ball on the left. Step the right foot forward, push down with the left hand, right hand slices up, part the wild horse's mane. Step back with the right leg, cross the hands, right hand hails the taxi, left hand pats the dog, left foot is just gently resting on the floor. This is called white crane spreads wings. Circle the hands, step to your left front corner. Jade lady, or sometimes called fair lady, works shuttles. Draw in, hold ball, rear leg to front leg there. Right leg into the right corner. As you do this, just alter your left foot so your left foot is pointing forwards. Because if you don't, if the foot is out, if the feet are out at 90 degrees, you're probably going to end up twisting your knee, and we don't want that. So the right leg is pointing towards the right corner. The left leg has come round, so it's almost pointing to the front. Then bring the right foot back. Now we're going to do a move called cloud hands, which I'm not going to teach you, so you'll just kind of follow along. I'm just squatting down simply so you can see my hands. The move looks like that. Sorry, let me move. Where do I want to move? I want to move that way slightly so you can see it. So basically, my right hand is doing like a clockwise circle, and my left hand is doing like an anti-clockwise circle. They're not really circles, and there is other stuff going on as well. But the way I always explain it to new students is if you wave your hands around like a mad person, that'll do for your first few lessons. After a while, you'll get the hang of it. But to begin with, don't worry. So we're doing cloud hands. This is called cloud hands. And we eventually end up with the hands on the right hand side with the right hand on top. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change the hands over. And as we do, we're going to step to the left, and then we're going to step the right foot in, and we're going to push to the left. And then we're going to step, as we change the hands over, the right foot out and push to the right. We'll just do that a few times just to get the hang of it. So you step to the left, you push to the left. You step to the right, you push to the right. To the left, to the right. Fantastic. I've got to say, Lynn and whoever else is with you there, Lynn, that I can see, it looked just like a disco dance, that. It was really impressive. I didn't say a good disco dance, I hasten to add, just a disco dance. Now, from here, with your hands on the right-hand side, you shift the weight into the left leg, you step forward with the right foot, and you push with both hands. Now, when you push with both hands, the fingers are turned out. They're parallel with the floor, and they're turned out. So, Sheila, instead of having your hands pointing up, have them pointing out to the side. Everybody else I can see looks good. Sally, your fingers are pointed a little bit straight forward. If you can, turn them out a little bit. That's fantastic. Yeah, that looks good. Relax. There's only a move and a half left after that. We're nearly at the end, but we'll go back to the beginning. Obviously, there is this week and next week and the week after. So I was teaching early this morning, and one of the things I was saying to the person this morning is it is very tempting. I don't know where everybody is based. I don't know where you went to school. If you went to school in England, it is almost certainly the case that your schooling was based on the idea that if you learnt stuff quickly and well, you were a good pupil. And if you learn things either slowly or not so well, you were a bad person. And when adults come to Tai Chi, there is a real temptation, or there's a real effect that they bring some of that early programming with them and they rush to try and get it right and they rush to try and learn it all. And if they don't learn it all, and if they don't get it right, they kind of go, oh, I'm a useless human being. I will go and never come back. And that is completely the wrong attitude to Tai Chi. If you are a quick study and you learn Tai Chi quickly, hooray! If you are a little bit slower and it takes you years and years and years to do just that, hooray! The point of Tai Chi is it is a personal endeavor, and your progress, whether it's quick, slow, or somewhere in between, is always going to be correct. So what is correct for you is correct. So starting at the beginning again, feet almost together. Bending the right leg a little, step, or allowing the right leg to bend is a better way of phrasing that. Stepping the left foot out. Opening move, hands up to shoulder height. Sit down and back, hands come to waist height. Hold a ball on the right hand side. Hold a ball is the sort of proper name for it. It's not a move, it's what's called a transition. Step the left foot forward, push down with the right hand, the left hand slices up. Good. Come back, bring the foot back, hold the ball on the left. Step the right foot forward, push down with the left hand, the right hand slices up. Big step back with your right leg, cross the hands in front, left hand over right if you can. White crane spreads wing. Your weight on the rear leg. You should be able to lift your front leg without it being too wobbly. Circle the arms inwards. As you do, step to your left front corner. Left hand goes high, right hand pushes. So the left hand is protecting your head. The right hand is pushing somebody. That's the way to think about it. Draw the right foot, the rear foot in, and then step the right foot out to the right front corner. Right hand goes high, left hand pushes, and the left foot turns to face the front. The pushing hand, I'll come into camera, the pushing hand wants to have a curve in it. You don't push so that it's completely straight. You always keep a nice curve in the arm in Tai Chi, almost all the time. Bring the right foot back, cloud hands. We do 1, 2, 3, and we now do the next move, which is called wind blows clouds. We step to the left and push, and we step to the right and push. Lynn and friend, one of you has done it wrong because you're pushing towards each other. So one went right and left, and the other. It's a shame, isn't it, when the instructor picks on you. You shift your weight into the left leg. You push forward with both hands, fingers pointing out. Now, you bring the right foot back. You tuck. I'll try and do this to the side. You tuck the pelvis under and you push the center of your spine backwards. You're trying, I'm old and my spine doesn't do a lot of bending, but you're trying to get a nice curve throughout the spine, but you're also trying to keep your shoulders above your hips. So you don't want to bend the spine by doing that. That's easier, I hasten to add, but it's wrong. So you keep the shoulders above the hips and you push the spine backwards and you tuck the pelvis under. And as you do all of that, you push forward at shoulder height. Now here, unlike the first push where the fingers were out, here you're pushing with the fingers up. So you're bent the spine, push. The fingers go down. As the fingers go down, the wrists come up just a couple of centimeters. Then the fingers come up and the hands go down. The hands come up, and as the hands come up, you straighten your spine. And then the hands go down. And the feet come together and you straighten up and you can relax the pelvis at that point. And that's it. You've done it. Yay! Whoopee! Yay! Exactly that, Sheila. Thumbs up. Now, is now let's put my teeth in. Now, are there improvements and refinements and things I haven't taught you yet? Yes, of course. But that's the basic structure. And once you've got the basic structure, it's a starting place. I will be putting not the video of all of you, but I'll be putting the video of me teaching this onto YouTube, and I will be sending you a link to it so you can, in between now and next week, I hope you've all signed up for next week. If you haven't signed up for next week, let me just, while I think about it, stick into the chat, and you can look at it at the end. Let me double check I'm typing the right thing in. Yeah, I've just put into chat the address of where you go to book for next week, and it's still free next week and the week after. So you'll be able to go there to book those sessions. In between this session and next week's session, I will send out an email which will have a link to what I'm doing. We've still got plenty of time. I just want to explain this while it's in my mind. And it also just gives you a couple of minutes rest to let your sort of subconscious kind of make sense of what we've just been doing. But I'll send you that link. So over the next 7 days, if you want, now I'm going to use a very rude word here, and mainly ladies are present who I know are delicate little things. Sorry, excuse me. I know ladies are delicate little things, but I'm going to use a very rude word. Between now and next week, if you wanted to, you could practice. He said practice. Oh my gosh. Whatever next. Anyway, I know some of you are looking at me as if to say, who does he think he is? At my age, I'm lucky if I can think who I am. So anyway, feet together-ish, hands down by your sides. Relax the right leg, let the right knee bend, lift the left heel. Step the left foot out to about hip width. Let the arms come up to shoulder height. Sitting down and backwards as the hands come to waist height. The height of your waist, just hold the ball on the right-hand side. The height of your waist is called working height. And when you step forward, when you step back, whatever you do, you try and keep the waist at that height. So for instance, when you come into wide crane spreads wings, you don't want to come up high. You want to keep the waist at working height. So I've come to here, I've come to here. I step the left foot forward, I part the wild horse's mane. Patting a dog with the right hand, left hand up in front of your shoulder. The right hand, fingers pointing forwards. Bring the left foot back, hold the ball on the left-hand side, left hand on top. So whichever side you're on, it's that hand that's on top. Step the right foot forward. Pat the dog with your left hand, throw the frisbee with your right. So the right hand is in front of the right shoulder. If you're getting confused at all, and it looks like everybody's fine at the moment, if you're getting confused at all, the trick that can help is to look at the camera that's giving you the rear view of me, because that will give you the correct hand, as it were, in your mind. Whereas if you look at the front view, sometimes your brain gets confused in terms of translating it. Now, we step back, big step back. White crane spreads wings, right hand up in the air, left hand patting the dog. Good. The hands circle. We step to the left corner, I should have said, the left corner. Push with the right hand. Step in, step out to the right corner, adjust the left foot, push with the left hand. So the left hand, if I come here, Can you see the hand that's protecting my head? The left hand has gone further forward. So it's not like that, it's like that. Good. Then, sorry, the computer just did something funny. The right foot comes back and you go into cloud hands. 1, 2. Oh, I see somebody raised their hand. I will answer your question in a moment. Step to the left, push to the left. Step to the right, push to the right. Shift the weight into the left leg, step the right foot forward, push with both hands. Bring the right foot back, tuck the pelvis, bend the spine, push. Fingers down, wrists up, fingers up, hands down, hands up, straighten the back, hands down, feet together, stand up. There will be 10 minutes or so at the end of the session to ask questions, but Joanna, if your question is urgent, please come forward, unmute yourself and ask me your question. Is it Joanna? Did you want to ask a question? Because you've got a raised hand on your screen. No? Okay. The wonders of computers, hey? Right. Shall we do it again, boys and girls? Yes, you all say with joy in your hearts. Oh, Cherry's not got joy in her hearts. Cherry's got probably a mug full of tea that she's just had a quick slurp of, thinking I wouldn't see. But I am the all-knowing eye. No, I'm not even close. So I'm just going to come and have a look at you. Yeah, you look happy. You look happy. You look happy. Oh, Maureen, there's 2 of you. You've got a twin sister. That's amazing. Anne, yes, Cherry, Brigitte. Yes, good. You all look wonderful. And of course, the people who haven't got their cameras on, you look even more wonderful. Right, feet together. Stepping out. Opening move. Parting the wild horse's mane. 1, 2. Don't worry, Brigitte. Don't worry. Just jump back in and step back with your right leg. White crane spreads wings. This goes for everybody. If you get lost, just hold on a second or 2 and jump back in. It doesn't matter. There's no exam at the end of tonight. I wish there was. Come in, go to the other corner. Fair lady work shuttles. Feet parallel, cloud hands. 1, 2, 3. Stepping to the left, push. Stepping to the right, push. Weight into the left leg, step the right foot forward, push with the fingers pointed out, parallel to the ground. Bring the foot back, tuck the pelvis, bend the spine, push straight in front of the shoulders. Up, down, up, straighten the back, down, feet together, straighten the legs. We're going to do it one more time. One more time. We're going to do it one more time, and then we're going to do a little bit of Qigong. Those of you who either are students of mine or were here last week will know Qigong is a sister art to Tai Chi. Some gentle bits of crossover. The main difference being Tai Chi was originally a way of fighting, which these days is predominantly taught for health and wellness. Qigong, which is a much older art than Tai Chi, was and is almost exclusively just used for health and wellness, not used for any sort of fighting thing. But most Tai Chi teachers teach some Qigong. Some Qigong teachers teach some Tai Chi. So we're going to do a bit of that, and then we will have time for some questions. So, feet together, one more time through the slow power form. Feet together, hands down by your sides. Relax. Step the left foot out. Opening move. Part the wild horse's mane left and right. Stepping back into white crane, spreads wings. Stepping to the left front corner, fair lady work shuttles. Stepping to the right corner. Bringing the right foot back, cloud hands. 1, 2, 3. Going to the left, push. Going to the right, push. Weight into the left leg, step the right foot forward, push with both hands. Bring the right foot back, bend the spine, tuck the pelvis, push. Up with the wrists, down, up, straighten the spine, down, in, straighten up. Yay! Well done, everybody. Okay, so that's the slow power form for tonight. As I say, the video will be, will be there for you to refer back to. But now we're going to do some Qigong. Qigong, the simplest way to think about Qigong is that it is movement and breathing that are coordinated. There is far more to it than that, but the simplest way of thinking about it is breathing and movement coordinated, and with the intention to gently and progressively improve both the depth of your breathing, how much air you can suck in, and also to improve breathing control and the speed of breathing. So ideally, we are trying to breathe over a period of time, not like immediately, but over a period of time, we're trying to breathe deeper and slower. That's almost always the case with Qigong. So with Qigong, the way I teach it, not everybody teaches it the same way. I always start with my feet just comfortable. Some people will insist that your feet should be facing forwards. No, for me, it's this thing that you should feel comfortable, because if you're comfortable, your body is relaxed. If your body is relaxed, it's much easier to take a deep breath than if you're all kind of twisted and stressed. I can't remember what we did last week, but I think this week the Qigong set that I'm going to teach you is one that's called 5 Elements Qigong. I'm going to teach a slightly modified version of it, but you'll see you won't see because you won't know. I'm not going to tell you what I'm changing. These hands are going to do that. They're going to do a circle. As they come down, you're going to bend the legs. As they come up, the legs are going to come up. Down, you bend the legs, up. 5 elements in Chinese culture are earth, metal, water, wood, and fire. And it took me a minute to remember them in the same order that we do them in this form, because sometimes you put the 5 elements together in different ways to get different effects. I'm just going to come in. I'm actually also going to change the camera. I'm going to just change to a single camera for this, because the back view isn't as important and it'll be easier for you to pay attention. So you put your hands up in front, palms facing, and then you do the earth element, which is you breathe in as you go down and you breathe out as you come up. And the hands are doing that as you breathe in, that as you breathe out. You're drawing this circle. Earth means earth as in soil, ground, that sort of thing. But a nice way of thinking about this is if you imagine the planet Earth as being round and you are running your hands around the planet Earth, that's a way to remember the earth element. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to do two more. Now, the next element, metal, you breathe in and the hands come apart, but the palms still face each other. And you breathe out and the palms come together. As you breathe in, you straighten the legs, filling the body full of air. As you breathe out, you're shrinking. Breathing in, expanding. Breathing out, getting smaller. We're going to do two more. Now here, as you breathe out, you make it a long breath out so your hands can go down. And then your hands come up as you breathe in. Up to about eye height, down until the hands are about level with the thighs. Letting the legs straighten as you breathe in. Letting the legs bend as you breathe out. This is the water element. I always think this one is quite easy to remember because the hands coming down, I can imagine water falling from the sky. Two more. Then the hands turn over and they come up in a circle, but you can see over the top of them. Down, breathing in, breathing out. You can think of this as if you were running your hands around a big wooden wheel, like, I don't know, the wheel of a sailing ship, or if you can imagine finding a tree in the forest that's fallen over, you can imagine that your hands are going round the circumference of the tree. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Two more. Now here, you take the hands to one side. It doesn't matter which hand, which side. It's just whichever side you're on, it's that hand that's on top. You bend the leg. You straighten the leg and the hands come apart as you breathe in. You bend the leg, the hands go together as you breathe out. Most of your weight, about 80 or 90%, is on that single leg. So the leg that's on the same side of the hands is doing a lot of work. Breathing in, breathing out. Both hands coming apart from one another, both hands coming together. So the hands are doing that or that. The leg is straightening or bending. This leg isn't doing anything. Then you switch to the other side, breathing in, breathing out. Keeping most of your weight, 80% of your weight, let's say 90% on the one leg. If you can, obviously. One more. This, by the way, is the fire element, I should have said. Now, to finish, we breathe in and the hands come up as high as you can comfortably do it. And you breathe out and the hands come down, palms facing the body. Breathe in, out. Going to do 2 more. And on this one, which is the last one, the hands come together and they rest about 3 inches, 5 centimeters below your belly button. The legs are slightly bent. You close or half close the eyes and you breathe gently or breathe normally. Open your eyes, give yourself a little shake. Important to come back to the here and now. Okay, we're going to have questions and answers in a moment, but first we will finish pretty much as we began with a formal salute. If we were in a physical class, we would all be in a circle, everybody would salute everybody. But just imagine that you are saluting everybody that has participated tonight. The right hand makes a fist, the left hand comes on top. Everybody thanks everybody. Thank you all very much.